Hey sis, are you there? I heard something was going on with you, but I'm glad that everything seems to have settled down now. I always knew that you were so nice, but I can't believe that you put yourself through all of that just for me. You really are too kind. Do you know that? Tracy, I really wasn't doing what I did for your sake, you know. I broke off my engagement with my fiancé because I caught you two having an affair with each other. Well, I know, but you were engaged to a CEO. You know that it's always been my dream to marry a rich man, right? I don't even know what to say to something like that. Is that supposed to be an excuse? Well, I've just always wanted to live like a spoiled princess, you know? I really don't know. What in the world does that even mean in this day and age? Besides, where did a dream like this even come from? It isn't like we were horribly poor or fantastically rich growing up. Well, I know, but that doesn't mean that I can't want to marry someone who is really rich, because if I did that, then I would never have to work another day in my life. And now I found that man after all this time. It really is like a real-life Cinderella story, isn't it? I don't remember the scene in Cinderella where one of the ugly sisters steals her prince away. Are you sure we were watching the same movie growing up? Oh, come on. You can't actually be mad at me for taking him for myself, right? Don't you know that all's fair in love and war? You just gotta get over this. You think this is something someone can just get over? This isn't a toy or something that you stole from me this time. We aren't kids anymore. You're right. We're adults, and I think that you're forgetting your place right now. I stole your fiancé from you, and that's a fact. You just need to accept the fact that you've been dumped for the better woman. You think I've been dumped? Please, I wouldn't have taken Jerome back if he came begging for me to take him back. I wonder if you have any idea just how pathetic and desperate you sound. I really don't care what you have to say about this anymore. I am through with the both of you. You really don't get it. You aren't the one calling the shots here. Jerome left you for me. Do you understand that? And it's because you weren't enough for him. He chose me over you because it's clear that I'm the better choice. And that's why we had an affair behind your back, because you couldn't make your fiancé happy and now he's left you. I really don't care how you try and frame it. It is true that Jerome cheated on me and that's why we're not getting married. But do you see me crying and moaning over losing him? Whatever, I just know that you've gotten better at hiding it now, but you've always been a little crybaby ever since we were little. Now who's the one trying to act all tough? We both know that you were the one who would resort to tears right away. You're just trying to project your feelings onto me, but it's not going to work. You think that I'm crying over getting your fiancé? As if. I think it's hilarious. I couldn't be happier about this. You have no idea how long it's been my dream to marry someone like a CEO and never have to work again. It's like my whole life has been leading to this moment. You really have no idea what you're talking about, do you? But whatever, what's done is done. Oh, come on! You can't just be taking it that easy. Can't you send me a message in all caps or shout at me over the phone or something at least? I'm not going to do that, but you should know that Jerome is not a CEO. What in the world are you talking about? Of course he's a CEO. He's the boss of the company that you work for, isn't that right? Actually, we have joint management of the company, if you must know. Hold on a second. What is that supposed to mean? How can you both manage the company? Well, I actually started the company with my startup capital. Jerome just snuck his way up the ranks using connections of his. The company is, however, all mine. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. What in the world are you talking about? I mean that when we first met while working for different companies, I had just established mine, and as it grew, Jerome showed interest in helping out. Then we started to talk about getting married. After I got pregnant, the board insisted that I have a co-manager in case anything happened to me, and they selected Jerome. So then, you two had the same job at the same time, but the company was really yours? But then, I don't get it. Are you telling me that you're also the CEO of a company? I would say I'm more CEO than Jerome. After all, it was my money that began the company. And I'd double check about Jerome still being a CEO since he would have been fired by now. Fired? What do you mean by that? I mean that once the board found out that Jerome was cheating on me, they asked him to step down and began a full investigation into him. It turns out that he was using company money to take you out for meals and on dates. So the board had more than enough evidence to fire Jerome right then and there. In fact, I believe all of this happened last week. Last week? Are you sure? He hasn't told me anything about any of this. Well, you might want to go and try talking to him about some of this in that case. But then, doesn't this mean that Jerome isn't even a CEO, and that I won't actually be marrying a really rich guy? That's what you're worried about? I tell you that Jerome was embezzling from the company, something he could go to jail for, and that's all you care about? You're just lucky the board already agreed not to press charges as long as Jerome pays the money back. Of course, we are prepared to press charges if that doesn't happen. But I was supposed to live life like a princess. I thought I had stolen your man away from you with my charm and good looks. But now you're telling me that the man I stole from you doesn't even have a job? Yeah, and I don't imagine he has much in the way of savings, given how lavishly Jerome likes to live. But why didn't you say anything about this to me sooner? You should have warned me about him. Ugh, I never want to talk to you again. Are you really saying that to me? Oh, that message isn't showing up as read. Well, okay then. Have a nice life, sis.
Hey Mabel, are you there? What the heck is the matter with you, huh? Why the heck did you have to go and tell your sister that I wasn't the CEO of our company anymore, huh?
First of all, it isn't our company. It's always been my company. Second of all, don't be upset just because I told my sister the truth. Not only about your job, but also all about how you were fired. After all, it's not like I ever promised that I wouldn't tell her.
You little... Don't you realize what you've done? Now she doesn't want to marry me anymore. You've messed up my whole life with this.
Oh, so you mean you've managed to fumble marrying 2 women now? You've really got to work on that, Jerome.
You would like to think so, wouldn't you? But it shows what you know.
And just what is that even supposed to mean, huh?
I mean that I wanted to see how you would react. The truth is that I talked to your sister and smoothed things out. So we're still going to be getting married.
And just what kind of lies did you have to tell her to get her to go along with that?
I told her that the reason I chose to step down from my position as CEO of our company is so that I can do and start my own company. And I've already been preparing for this for a long time. After all, I was the one who took our company to where it is today. I know all about how to raise a successful company from the ground up now.
You're really going to start a company all by yourself?
What? Like it's hard? I'm going to start a company and it's going to grow far beyond what you could ever imagine. I'll dominate the industry and become untouchable.
Well, you might know how to found a company, but that doesn't mean that you're any good as a manager. And I don't think you've ever shown any promise there anyways.
Are you kidding me? You're just jealous because I left you and our company to go start my own with my new woman.
You can't actually think that I'm jealous of either you or my sister, right? You realize how stupid you sound, don't you?
Whatever. You're the one who doesn't know what you're talking about. Tracy and I are going to live happily ever after while your company just crumbles without me. Just stay out of my way and never try to interfere with my life again.
I really don't care what you and my sister choose to do with your lives, but you do realize that you need capital to start a business, right? Do you have that kind of money? Because I know that you still owe me for the legal fees from your affair.
You think a genius like me needs to waste my brain power on small details like that? I have big plans, and when I tell them to the bank, they're going to have to give me my loan. And I'll get the loan and start my company and have everything up and running in 6 months.
6 months, huh? You really think you can handle doing all that in such little time? Well, in that case, I want you to pay me what you owe me right now.
This is why you always used to get on my nerves. The second you saw that I was going anywhere in life, you would always find a way to try and hold me back. Why can't you just be more like your sister and let me do whatever I want without making little comments on it?
If you've got a problem with constructive criticism now, just wait until you're in a boardroom meeting. Besides, you knew that I was like this when we first started dating. Did you really expect me to change?
You know, I never even wanted to be engaged to you. But I knew that it was the only way to hold on to my position and my power. But then I met your sister, and I realized I didn't have to sell my soul to live like this. What your sister and I have is true love, and it's going to give us the success we need.
Well, I really do hate to stomp on your dreams, but let's just hope that it's true love that you two have.
Of course it is! We've tied together and nothing is ever going to come between us.
Well, good luck with that. I just hope that you two can stay together long enough to be married.
You'll see. We'll prove you wrong! We'll prove everyone wrong! And then you'll realize that you should have never underestimated me. Just now that I'm never going to work with your company again. So when I'm dominating the industry, you'll have to struggle just to keep the lights on.
Well, you have to go found your own company and get it off the ground first, so good luck with that. And do hurry up and send me the money that you owe me, okay?
Oh, you'll just have to wait for that. But don't worry. Once I have all my success, I'll be sure to pay you back that money with interest. And then you'll realize that that's only a taste of the wealth I'll have. Then you'll see how wrong you were about me.
Hey there, Mabel. I just thought you should know Jerome and I moved in together. At first, I was worried about all the things you were telling me about him, like how he wasn't a real CEO or how he embezzled from the company. But then he finally started his own company. And now we've moved into an amazing condo, and we're the happiest that we've ever been. It's amazing. You moved into a condo together with Jerome? Because I haven't even heard anything about him creating a new company. Well, I suppose that's probably because Jerome just runs in different circles from you, doesn't he? This is where we're going to move into. He told me that he already paid for the condo and that they're just getting it ready for us. Oh, wait a second. I think I recognize that view. Isn't that Mammoth Towers? You mean even you've heard of this amazing luxury condo building? Yeah, I have, actually. Do you know what room you're going to be living in? And just why would I share that with you? Don't tell me that you're going to try to break in and try to steal Jerome away from me. Because you should know that the building has guards in it and someone like you won't be allowed in. Right. Well, in that case, I guess you shouldn't worry about telling me the room number. Whatever. If you must know, the room number is 2305. So you're on the 23rd floor then? That's right, we're almost at the very top of the building. I've never gotten to stay in a place so nice. We're finally going to have our happily ever after. Well, it's just kind of funny because that's my unit. Wait, what? What in the world are you talking about? Do you really think I'm going to buy a lie like that? You have to come up with something better. I'm not kidding you at all. I own unit number 2305 in Mammoth Towers. Oh, just stop it already. Jerome sent me that photo from his phone. He was inside the unit and everything. There's no way that you own the building that we're about to move into. That doesn't make any sense at all. Well, yes, I'll say the interior does look like it's changed a lot. Although you should know that I got that unit because we bought it from Jerome's parents. But the building was under his dad's name for a while. Well, now you're not making any sense at all. How can it be your unit if it's under Jerome's dad's name? Okay, I guess I'll have to explain the whole thing then. So, that building was finished about a year ago. Around then, Jerome's dad thought to invest in the building company, thinking he would see some big returns. He bought a unit hoping to make a quick buck flipping it, but he wasn't able to pay for the whole thing. So then he came to me and asked me to buy it. So then, you're telling me that you bought this unit from Jerome's dad who couldn't afford to get one himself? Pretty much, yeah. But now that I look at this photo, I can see that this is from when Jerome's dad still took care of the place. And that's why it's so different from how I have the unit looking now. But this can't be right. I mean, Jerome said that he and I would be moving in there. I already have my bags packed and everything. Well, I don't know what to tell you, except that it's not Jerome's place to choose what to do with it. How could you do this to us? What's the matter with you? I didn't do anything. In fact, you were the one who said that you never wanted to talk to me again. So how is this all coming back on to me? Because we're supposed to go and live in that big condo building. We were supposed to have our happily ever after there. Why do you always have to ruin things for me, Mabel? You're the worst sister ever! Look, I know this is probably a lot for you to take right now, but you can't blame this on me. But it's not just now. You've always stolen everything I wanted from me, even when we were little. I didn't steal anything from you. In fact, you would always take from me. Whenever I tried to get it back, you would instantly start crying to get Mom and Dad on your side. But it's not fair. I want to live in that big condo. It should be all mine. Well, it was never yours nor Jerome's to begin with. A while ago, Jerome's dad needed money right away and offered to sell me the condo for the price he had put into it. I bought it and have been living there for a while. That's how I know that the interior looks different now. I don't know why Jerome thinks you two are moving in, but it's just not going to happen. If anything, I think that this is just one small part of a much larger lie that he's telling you. But this really isn't my problem anymore. Please don't bother me with stuff like this ever again. It turns out that when it was time to move, Jerome ended up taking my sister to go and move in with his parents. Apparently, they were in serious debt, and this was part of the plan to use Jerome and Tracy to pay off their debts. Tracy was messaging me, begging to help get her out of there, but I just read her texts and then blocked her number. She tried living with them for a couple of months, just hoping that this was all part of Jerome's plan to start his own company. Of course, he had never really even begun the process and was lying to Tracy this whole time about his intentions. I heard later from my parents that they ended up bailing out Tracy and rescuing her from her in-laws' house. Now, both my mom and dad are keeping a very close eye on Tracy and making sure she finds a job and learns some responsibility. As for me, life went on as normal. Nothing Jerome or Tracy did really ever had a chance to affect me. I told my parents that I wouldn't be doing anything to support my sister, and they understood and agreed with me.
Hey, Alyssa. You have a boyfriend, right? I thought you only loved your job, so I'm surprised. Oh, hi, Victoria. How do you know about this? Didn't you go on a vacation over the weekend? I was also there. Oh, you were there? Wow. Can't believe that someone from work saw me. How embarrassing. Embarrassing? Don't you feel humiliated? An old woman walking around with a young boyfriend. Yeah. What young boyfriend? Isn't he your boy toy or something? It has to be because I don't think there are any guys who want to date you. Excuse me? So sad that you need to pay someone to date you. You are so desperate. That's why you're still single. Can you please shut up, Victoria? Why are you still making fun of me? Plus, he's not my boy toy. He's my boyfriend. You don't need to lie about it, you know. Just admit that he is not your boyfriend. I just broke up with my boyfriend, actually, so I want to know everything about your boy toy. Didn't I just tell you that he's my boyfriend? Stop lying! How can you have a boyfriend? You're not young and gorgeous like me. Oh, by the way, I feel like shit, so I'm taking the day off from work tomorrow. Count it as one of my vacation days, okay? Wait, I gave you a job that's urgent. Did you finish preparing the documents that I asked? No. My boyfriend talked to me about a possible breakup last week, so I had a rough time working. What? Anyways, I will be taking this day off, so I'm leaving everything up to you. You're kidding me, right? It should be easy for you, right?
Hey sis, guess what? I finally got a girlfriend yesterday.
Good for you. But why are you telling me this time? You never told me about your girlfriends in the past.
It's my first time dating someone older than me, so I'm a little worried. Thought I could ask you if I need help with something?
Me?
Since I'm only in college, I don't know how busy people who work full-time are, so I want to date her without being annoying. So that's why I'm asking you, since you work full-time.
Oh, I see. Of course. Ask me anything.
Thanks. Can you go shopping with me next time? I want to buy clothes that don't make me look like a college student. My girlfriend told me that she wants to marry me, so that's why I need to be the same level as her. So she won't feel embarrassed to introduce me to her coworker and her friends.
Oh, you need to dress nicely then. You only have hoodies, right?
Yeah. Oh, so can you help me out?
Of course. Let's go this weekend.
Thanks.
Hi, Alyssa. We are allowed to bring a family member or boyfriend to the company barbecue, right? Why don't you bring your boyfriend? What? No. I'm shy to introduce him to everyone. Come on, please. I'm pretty sure that everyone will be happy. But it seems like he's busy with work lately, so he might not be able to go. Plus, he's not outgoing like me, so... Are you sure he's busy? There can be a chance that he's avoiding you. What do you mean? I mean, if he really loves you, he would come. Damn, I feel bad for you. Maybe he has a new girlfriend. Stop saying things like that. He does not. Then bring him to the barbecue. I will bring mine, so let's introduce our boyfriends to each other. The day of the barbecue. What the fuck? Why is Matt with you? What do you mean? He's my boyfriend. Boyfriend? Since you were bragging about having a boyfriend, I got irritated, so I stole him from you. I just didn't think that it was right for an old lady like you to have a young boyfriend. They need a young and cute girlfriend like me. What? I loved your ugly, shocked face, by the way, when I brought Matt with me. Excuse me? Oh, I have some good news. He promised to get married after he graduates from college. Seriously? Can't believe this. He was your future husband, right? Sorry, I was thinking about dumping him after a while, but I didn't know he goes to a top university. Also, he's also an intern at a big company and everyone's favorite. What a perfect guy for me. Wait, hold up. Let me get this straight. You think Matt is my boyfriend? Sorry, was it future husband? I will say it again, but sorry for stealing him from you, but he is mine now. He's my brother. What? Sorry for letting you know this late, while you were in some other world, but your boyfriend is my brother. I can't believe that he's dating you. Wait, there's no way he's your brother. I saw you guys dating. Are you just saying that because you don't want me to steal him from you? I was with him and my boyfriend that day. What do you mean? My boyfriend and Matt are pretty close, so that's why we went on a trip together. No! Wait! That's not possible! My boyfriend is the same age as me, but he looks young, so I thought that you were referring to him as my boy toy. But it was my brother. Shut up! Are you guys really siblings? That's what I've been saying. Should I show you proof? Hold on! This can't be true. Are you surprised? Because I am too. You're my brother's girlfriend, plus you're planning to get married after he graduates college. Oh my god, what should I do with that? I thought he was supposed to be your boyfriend, so I wanted to enjoy how you would react when I married him. If you really love him, I will not say anything, but please promise me that you will look after him.
Hey, just want to let you know that I broke up with Victoria. I want to apologize because you're so supportive.
You broke up with her? Why? You two were having fun at the barbecue yesterday. Is it because Victoria and I work at the same company?
No, it's just that I hated her behavior yesterday, so I decided to break up.
What happened?
I was nervous yesterday because it was her first time inviting me to the company barbecue. I was happy that she introduced me to her coworkers, so that's why I dressed up and went.
I saw. You looked like $1,000,000. You were confident, and I was happy to see you talking to her coworkers.
For real? You didn't see me as her accessory?
What do you mean?
I felt like I was her accessory. It was nice of her to introduce me to everyone, but she didn't tell everyone my name. She instead talked about my college and how it was a top university and also about my internship without my permission.
Wow.
Also, when I stood up to use the bathroom, I heard her bragging about me and laughed, which made me disgusted. She was saying something like, I finally found a guy who's perfect for me, and how it's easy to rule younger boyfriends, and how marrying me will make her a winner in life. It seems as if she didn't care about me, which was a turnoff.
What the? She is just seeing you as an accessory.
Yeah, sorry for involving you in this mess.
Don't worry about it. I'm glad that you broke up with her. I did tell her to go out with you if she loved you, though. But my heart was telling me, please don't.
What do you mean? Did something happen between you two?
To be honest, we don't get along. She's the one hating on me, and calls me names.
What?
And she also thought that you were my boyfriend, and was bragging about how she stole you away from me. What a bitch, right?
Wait, you're joking, right? Wow.
Nope. So that's why I was happy when you told me that you broke up with her.
Thank God I didn't marry her. Damn, this was a good lesson for me. Not everyone older than me is mature, huh?
Exactly. But I'm pretty sure that you will find the one someday.
Thank you, sis. I will let you know when I have a new girlfriend.
What's happening? I was okay with marrying your brother. Why am I the one being dumped? You told Matt something, didn't you? You told me that you wouldn't say anything. You lied to me. Aren't you the one that said things that were unnecessary? So that's why Matt decided to break up with you. What unnecessary things? All you talked about is how he goes to a top university and the internship without his permission. Did you even tell people his name? Don't think so. I think anyone will become disgusted with your behavior. My brother is not your accessory. He broke up with me just for this reason? As his sister, I was happy that he broke up with you. I'm pretty sure that he will find someone so much better than you. Shut up! I'm not okay with this. I talked to my boss yesterday at the barbecue that I will be quitting my job this month because I'm getting married. Are you serious? I know that Matt will be working at a big company since he will be graduating from a top university and also an intern. So that's why I thought that I didn't need to work because he will earn a lot of money, plus he has a lot of savings. Wow. I can't believe that he decided to break up. How could you do this to me? If I knew about this, I didn't need to talk to my boss about it. I mean, there's nothing I can do. Why don't you go talk to your boss about this and see if you can still work there? You talked yesterday about this, right? You still might have a chance. What? Do you think I can do something embarrassing like that? What do you mean? After I bragged to everyone about him and the marriage, do you think that I can just tell my boss like, oh, I broke up with my boyfriend, so can you forget what I said yesterday? If you can't say that, then you have no choice but quit. Okay, well, there's nothing I can do, so bye, have a nice life. Why are you so mean to me? You are my sister-in-law and supervisor, so please help me. Can you talk to Matt if he can take me back? Are you for real? As a sister-in-law and supervisor, I am so glad that he broke up with you. Plus, thank you for quitting. I don't want to work with someone who is such a bitch to me. No! Please! After you quit your job, don't ever contact us again. Until then, you're still my coworkers. I'm going to make you work hard. Victoria talked to the manager to see if she could still work, which she was able to. However, the rumor about her stealing someone's boyfriend and breaking up with him this quick was spread throughout the company. She couldn't tolerate the cold shoulder and the atmosphere of the company, so she talked to her boss and was relocated to a really small company in the middle of nowhere. Seemed like everyone was tired of her and thought she was toxic. After she was gone, there was nothing but peace. Matt became popular at college and he wanted to focus on the internship, which resulted in him being offered a job at a big company overseas. I wondered how Victoria will react when she hears about this.